Now, I'll stop the share and the chat will be open for our time together. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. So for those of you who did not hear, all I'm going to be using for today's session is this mat on the floor. We'll be doing some floor exercises or core exercises towards the end. Other than that, you won't need any weights or anything like that. I do recommend that you have some water close by as well as a towel to wipe yourself off when needed. We're going to have a few breaks here and there, but that being said, take breaks whenever needed. So with all that said, let's get started with our warm-up, about 2.5 minutes here. So first thing, getting some blood flow in the legs, stepping side to side. That's for the lower body. As for the upper body, feel free to swing your arms now. Nice and easy with the arms. We're not trying to shake them off like that. Nice and easy here. 10 more seconds like so. And then we'll move on to some jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go into some jumping jacks here. Tapping the fingertips up top, right over your head. Back is nice and straight. You're on your toes. Small jumps here, small jumps. 3, 2, 1. And moving on, we'll have our feet about shoulder width apart. Moving our arms up and down as we do our squats. Nice and slow here. Nice and slow, but we want to go deep into the squats as much as we can. Keep your back nice and flat. You don't want to squat with a rounded back like this. So make sure you look straight ahead to the horizon. Couple more. And last one here. Excellent. All right, moving on. We're going to move to the side here. We're going to do some toe touches. Reaching down, tapping your toes, and reaching up. In a couple of seconds, I'm going to move on to a walk to a plank. If that's not okay with you, don't worry. Just keep doing the toe touches. Everyone else, with me, you can walk to a plank. And we're going to do a push-up as well. Walking back. Couple more. Walk to a plank. Push up if you can. Last one here. Standing up, everyone up. And a jog in place. A little quick with the feet if you can. All right, keep it going with the jog in place, and I'm going to demonstrate our first exercise. So, some ski jumps. Nice and easy jumps with the feet. You don't have to jump too high. We're just doing the first set like so. So with me, and go. Side to side. Notice the swing of the arms, just like skiing down the mountain. Keeping your feet close together, legs jumping at the same time. Side view, keeping your back as flat as can be during this time. Now this, along with everything else in this first circuit, is going to be about 40 seconds long, followed by just 10 seconds of rest. Really just using that time to transition from one to the next. Last jump. All right, standing up. Next up, we're going to do some mountain climbers. So, down on the ground with me, plank position, and let's go. 40 seconds of mountain climbers, keeping the hips low, eyes on the floor in that space between your hands. By the way, if the floor gets to be too much for anyone, and you want to do your mountain climbers on an elevated surface, such as a chair, your desk, an ottoman, that works just as well. And it is a little bit easier for mountain climbers on something like that than on the floor. We got less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. Let's stand up. So first thing, we're going to do lunges. back and forth. This is the easier variation here. So with me, just like that. For those of you who want more of a challenge, you can stay low and a little hop and switch, switch, switch. Very challenging, especially because I want you to stay low. Stay low. We're not going to come all the way up. We're not going to straighten out the legs. Stay low, low. And if this is too much, just stand and alternate the legs. Find the variation that works best for you. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, next up, going back down on the floor, we're going to do some push-ups with shoulder taps. So, on the floor or an elevated surface, going down, up, tap, tap. Again, down, up, tap, tap. If it's too much, like this, try push-ups on your knees. If you're doing push-ups on the knees, watch out for your hips. Make sure they stay low, and you want to keep your glutes nice and tight. That way we'll avoid bending at the hips like so. None of this here. Keep the hips down. Last one, tap, and standing up. I believe standing up. Yep. All right, this next one, very similar to jumping jacks with the legs. As for the arms, we're going to go out and in. Out and in. Going nice and slow for this demonstration. When you feel like you've got the form down, you can go a little faster. So you don't have to go at my pace here. Go at the pace that works for you. If you want to go a little faster, or if you need to slow it down, that's up to you. We got 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. And all done with that. All right, that was 1 of 2 sets for everything. So let's go back to our first exercise. If you don't remember, quick demo, ski jumps. Nice and easy with the jumps. Good swing of the arms. And your back is nice and flat. Looking straight ahead. So we've already done 1 of everything together. We're going to do it just one more time, and then we're going to have a quick little break before we go into the Tabata portion of the workout. Nearly done here, 5 seconds. Last one. Excellent. Okay, going back down, plank position. We're going to do some mountain climbers here. Again, go at the pace that works for you. Plank position. Let's go. Watch those hips. Keep them low. If you're on the floor like me, you want your hands to be directly under your shoulders. Just keep moving. Keep moving. If you have to slow it down, that's okay. Just try to keep moving. We got less than 15 seconds. Almost done. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and standing up. Okay, next up, we got the lunges. Remember, there's 2 variations. The stand and switch, where you can stay low with me, and hop, hop. Keeping those knees bent the whole time. Jumping up just enough so you can switch legs. I don't know, I might have to switch to the easier version in a moment. We're more than halfway through. We got less than 20 seconds. Oh no, I gotta stand. Catching my breath. Less than 10 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and standing up. Quick shake of the legs. All right, back down to the push-ups. On or off the knees, that's up to you. So push up. And don't forget those shoulder taps. Tapping both shoulders. 1, 2, and then push up. Be mindful of your arms. See where my elbows are here? They're not too far out forward like that. I want to keep the elbows in just a little more. Much, much easier on the shoulder joint. 10 seconds. We got one more exercise coming up before the break. And standing up, we're gonna do those back jacks. So, jumping jack with the feet, squeezing the back with your arms. So, squeeze the back, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Last exercise here before that break. Do what you can, but if you need a break now, you take it. Keep breathing, that's the key. Breathe, breathe. 15 seconds. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake it out, shake it out. Woo. All right, quick sip if you need it. Okay, next up, we got Tabata. So, let me see here real quick. There we go. Still on the recovery for another 30 seconds. First exercise, it's only 20 seconds long. We're gonna do burpees. If that's too much, just simply walk to a plank instead, if you can, or toe touch. All right, those are your variations. After that, we're gonna do something called bear crawls. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Then we'll do some forward and back hops. Woo. And then squat pulses. Those are the 4, 2 sets of everything. Starting with those burpees, let's go. Standing up. No jumps here, not just yet. We'll do that on second or third set. My apologies, I can't remember if I said 2 sets or 3. It's 3. Stop. Get ready for those bear crawls. Going down. Walking just like a bear. 1, 2, and back, and back. If this is too much for anyone, just hold the plank position instead. We have another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Standing up. Next up is quick feet. Moving forward and back. Small hops with the legs. 20 seconds. Ready? Go. Forward, back. Forward, back. Keeping the knees slightly bent. Same with the hips. Slight bend in the joints to keep them safe. Feet together. 3, 2, 1, and woo! Squat pulses. So, staying as low as you can. Small motions up and down. With me, staying as low as you can. So we're not going to stand up for the next 10 seconds here. Just keep it as low as you can. Nearly done here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out, shake that out. Okay, 2 more sets of everything, starting with the burpees. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Standing up. I'm going to continue with just standing up. If you want to jump instead, you can do that on your own. Last one here. Stand up, shake it out real quick. We got bear crawls coming up. So, 3, 2 on the floor. 1, 2 steps forward. 1, 2, and then 2 steps back. Again, if it's too much, just plank. Just hold the plank. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and standing up. Hops, forward and back. Quick feet, keeping the feet close together. Ready? Hands in front, go. 1, 2, keep it up. Quick feet here, quick feet. Stay on the balls of your feet. See if you can keep your heels from touching the floor. 2, and 1. All right. Squat pulses coming up. Staying as low as you can for 20 seconds. And down and pulse, 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 pulse. Keep going. Less than 10 seconds here, less than 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and up. One final set for Tabata. 20 seconds of everything, starting off with the burpees. Ready? Let's go. Down, and I'm gonna start hopping here for the last set. Watch the hips here, keep them low as you go down. Last one, 3, 2, 1, up. Very good, shake out the legs real quick, because we're gonna go back down to the bear crawl. With me, 3, 2, and 1, let's go. 2 steps forward, and 2 back. Keep it going, eyes down, hips low. Moving opposite arm and opposite leg. Nearly done. 3, 2, 1. Standing up. Woo! Last time with our forward and back hops. Feet together, hands in front, and let's go. Stay on the balls of your feet. Try to keep your heels from touching the floor. How fast can you go for the next 5 seconds? 3, 2, 1, and woo! All done with that. Last one before the next rest. Squatting low, stay low, and pulse it out. Ready? Let's go. Stay extra low for this final set. Stay on your heels. Make sure your heels are on the floor. Nearly done here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Woo. Okay, quick rest. We're gonna go into our second circuit. Now this one is gonna be a little bit less in time. So what I mean by that is, instead of 2 sets of 5 exercises, there's only gonna be 4. So first thing, we're gonna do high knees, side to side. Try to get that knee to the same height as your hip. That's the first exercise. The second one, we're gonna go down on the floor, and we're either gonna hold plank, or we're gonna move like so, side to side. Regardless, try to do your shoulder taps. We'll talk about the other 2 later. Right now, let's go into high knees with a slight hop from one side to the next. Just like that, that's the motion. Now I'm going nice and slow here because it's our first set. Taking it easy, landing softly. There's no stomping like so. Stay light on your feet. 15 seconds. I'm gonna pick up the speed here just a little bit. Nearly done here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Done. Okay, down on the ground, plank with shoulder taps. Moving side to side if you can. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, keep it going. Other side. It's still 40 seconds long, so do what you can in that time frame. Mind your speed. Now, just because I'm going at this pace, like I said with the other exercises, that does not mean you have to follow my exact pace. Do what works best for you. Less than 10 seconds. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3, hold, and woo! All done with that one. All right, moving on. Standing up. We're going to stay low, and we're going to move forward and back. Little frog leap. 1, 2. If that's too much, moving forward and back, stay in that low squat, and see if you can give yourself little hops, just like that. Or a calf raise, down. A lot of us are really feeling it in the legs at this time. So do what works for you. You want to stay low, tapping the floor with your fingertips, go for it. That's definitely the tougher one. Woo! 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh my goodness, stand up. Woo! Oh, I feel that in my legs. Okay, back to plank. Plank position. This next one, we're gonna tap the toes. Like so, tap, tap. Opposite hand to opposite foot. If this is too much on the floor, see if you can do this on an ottoman, chair, table, anything at all. Regardless, watch your hips, keep them low. You don't want them up like this. It's too much. Drop, drop. Woo, I need a quick break. 5 seconds, everyone. Go, go, go. Last one. All done with that. Standing up. Back to our high knees. Set 2, ready, and go, go. Finding the pace that works for you. Get that knee up like so. You don't have to slap the knee like me. I'm just emphasizing knees high. Try to keep your back nice and flat. Don't forget to breathe. Well, in my case, huff and puff. 10 seconds here, 10 seconds. Get those knees up. 3, 2, 1, and done. Plank position, shoulder taps. The optional side to side. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. Sorry, I can barely talk. I'm so winded. Watch your hips here. Keep them low. I know it's tough. Do what you can. Make sure your hands are right under your shoulders if you're on the floor like me. Last one. And all done with that. Standing back up. We got frog leaps. Moving forward and back if you can. Ooh, I'm gonna start off easy. Staying low. Little calf raise. Calf raise. Working the calves, quads, hamstrings, glutes should be nice and tight. It's all lower body for now. All right, we're halfway through. I'm gonna try little hops here. Little hops. All right, now forward and back for me. We got about 10 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Up. Yeah, my legs are killing me. All right. Woo. Back to plank position. Toe taps. Plank and go. Go. Tapping the toes or the heels if that's more comfortable for you. We got about 25 seconds here. After this, we have a quick little break before we go into our second Tabata. Find the pace that works for you. I know I slowed down a little bit. I need it. Last two. Last one. Woo! All right, quick break. So next up for our Tabata. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds transition. First exercise, I want us on our knees. And then we're gonna go 1 foot at a time into a squat and back down. Still catching my breath. After that, push-up position, we're gonna go down halfway and hold. If you gotta do this on your knees, that's fine. Next up, for the rest of that Tabata, we'll be on the floor. So be ready for that. Right now, let's get on our knees, hands and foot, and 1 foot at a time. Stay low. Now notice here, I'm gonna switch off from one leading foot to the next, starting with the right and with the left. 1, 2, 3, stop. And let's go into our push-up hover. So again, you can do this one on or off the knee. I'm gonna go with on the knee for the first set. We're gonna go down halfway and hold. So, put down here from front view, elbows out nice and wide. Your chest is a few inches from the floor here. Holding, nearly done, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Turning over. Next up, we got bridges. That's it, just bridges. So with me, hips up and down, up and down. Good squeeze in the glute. As for your hands, you can have them right by your hips, like so. Nearly done here, last one. Squeeze, relax, and sitting up, like so. Next up, we're gonna lean back, lift the feet from the floor, holding this position. Let's go. Knees together, feet together. I got my hands right on my hamstrings, or to make it tougher, hands out in front. Less than 10 seconds. And then we're gonna go back into our first exercise on our knees. All right, lean forward on our knees. We got 2 more sets coming up. So, hands in front, all legs, one at a time. Try to alternate your leading leg here. So start with the right, and then the left here, left. One more, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, push-up position. On or off the knee. Ready? Lower yourself down halfway and hold. 20-second hold. Hands nice and wide. I'm gonna go a little wider here. Really working the chest and the core. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and turning over. Lying down onto your back. Getting ready for bridges. All right? 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Up, down, up. Let the glutes just lightly tap the floor. I want full control during this time, so nice and easy, lowering your hips to the floor. Last one here, up, squeeze. Good, rest, sitting up, heels off the floor, lean back as much as you can. Hands up, and this makes it a little tougher. Just hold. If it's too much, you can grab your hamstrings, still working your core, making it a little bit easier. I'm gonna do the rest of my time hands up. 5 seconds left. Almost done. And woo, we have one more set. So get into position on your knees. Ready? 20 seconds. Lead one and the other. Alternate that leading leg here. Let's start 2 more. Stay low, last one, 3, 2, 1, and all done with that. Back to push-ups, or just the hover here. So, on or off the knees. I think I'm gonna be on my knees. Ready, down, hold. Elbows bent about 45 degrees or so. Keeping your chest a few inches from the floor. Really holding. Use your chest muscles to stay in place. And all done with that. All right, moving on. Lying down, our last 2 exercises before another quick break before core. Hands down on the floor and hips up and down. Up, down. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze. Keep it going. 5 seconds here, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Coming up, heels off the floor, and then the hands have the option of being on the legs or over the knee. Let's go. 20 seconds, our last 20 seconds before abs. Holding here. Make sure you're leaning back roughly 45 degrees. If you need to come up a little bit, that's fine. 3, 2, and 1. All right, just a little bit of a break here. So our last round here is going to be 2 sets of working our core. So I'm going to pan down just a little bit here. Our first exercise is what's going to be called a rolling push-up. On or off the knees, and you're going to go from elbow to hand, just like that. 40 seconds of that. After that, we're going to turn over into a lying position here and lift the knees up and down towards the chest and then heels to the floor. And we're going to switch from plank to a lying down position like that every time. So those are just the first 2. So let's start with the rolling push-up right now. Down, down, up, up. Be very careful here. You want to try and keep your shoulders and your hips as squared as possible. Up, up. Woo. I'm going to do the rest here on my knees. Really feeling that in the core. Glutes are nice and tight. Again, try to avoid rounding too much or rolling side to side like that. One more time here. Down, down, up, hold, and all right, moving on. Turning over. I'm going to switch to this side here. Head to the floor, hands by your hips, and knees in and down. Notice my knees are bent about 90 degrees. If you want to make this tougher, keep the legs straight. Or as straight as you can at this time. We got 20 seconds left here. Watch the hips, because the hips are going to come off the floor and then back down to the floor. Bring them up and down. Up and down. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Moving on, we got 2 more exercises. Next one is another plank. Here's what we're going to do. Watch the hips here. It's all in the hips. Lifting them up and down. That's it. Bring them up and down. What I want you to do here, when you lift the hips up, try to crunch your core. You can do that by rounding your back up and then flatten your back all the way down. Really working the core with a pike and a plank. 15 seconds here. Up and down. Keep it going. Up, down. Last one here. Up and down. Hold. All right, let's move on to our last exercise for this whole round. We have one more set coming up after this, mind you. Going down. Last exercise for our ab routine here. Lifting up the legs, hands to the side, and we're going to go side to side with the knees. Now you can do this with bent knees, or just like our last exercise, you can straighten out the legs to make it a little bit tougher. We want to go very, very slow with this. Nice and easy here. Try to get those knees as close to the floor as you can on both sides. Feet together and knees together, or as close as you can. And bring it down, sitting up, going back into plank. Our last 4 minutes together, everybody. So, plank position, on or off the knees, down, down, up, up. Keep it going. Down, down, up, up. Just like that. Remember, try to lead with a different arm each time. So I'm going to lead left, left, then switch it up. Right, right. We got less than 15 seconds with this one. We're finishing strong here. Last time here. Down, down, up, hold the plank. All right, moving on. Going back into our seated position, our lying down position. Hands right by the hips. And we're going to tuck in. Tuck them in. You can do this with straight legs to make it tougher. Or you can bend them. I'm going to stick with bent knees for this last set. Woo! My core is feeling it. The big thing here is the hips. Keep them off the floor and then back on the floor. Coming off and on. Bring them up and back down. Keep it going. Nearly done here. Less than 10 seconds. Let's try 2 more. 1 and 2. Sitting up. Plank position. Pike and plank. Start with the plank. Nice and low with the hips. And lift up, crunching the core, and back down. Going up, nice and easy here. Back down, taking your time. Up and down. Rounding your back a little bit for that crunch, and then flatten your back all the way down. We got about 15 seconds here. Do what you can. 10 seconds, let's try 2 more. Last one, 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, our last exercise here. Lying down, hands to the side. Lift up the legs. And let's go side to side with the knees. Last 40 seconds. Again, try to get those knees as close to the floor as you can. If you want to make it more challenging, straighten out the legs. But be mindful of your hands. If your hands come off the floor, you need to bend your knees a little bit more. So make sure your hands stay on the floor. We're nearly done here. We got about 10 seconds. Let's try 2 more. And last one. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! And that is it for our HIIT from home. So thank you all for joining me at this time. Woo! Now, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the chat, and I will be on a little longer just to answer any questions you might have. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Take care.